Oh, it didn't show anything? Well, I saw something. You just weren't in fast enough. It's there. I see it. It's right in front of me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with it. We boot up the game here, and then we can get back onto our adventure through the hands. Please hold as Metrol's client takes control of my computer, similar to, like, World of Tanks. As we know, Sergei Baratovsky's computer hostage-taking device, known as the World of Tanks launcher and updater. Okay, let's see here. That should be good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, folks. Very catchy, still. A haunting melody that is actually lifted from a classical piece of music, if I remember correctly. But okay, so. As we were on the surface, with the hands.
Through the Red Square. The Order keeps an outpost in the St. Basil's Cathedral. I'll get in touch with our men and tell them all I know. And my goal would be just a step away from there. It will all be over soon.
As Demand said. Now... Ah, right. Well, we have to run now, I think. Or we should have to. Yeah, no, we have to go this way. All right. So we reloaded the checkpoint. Good. A casually falling over dead demon. Good. I hate him. Right. Ah, yes. The hands and... Sonny boy, these things are familiar to me. I've used them to write my fanfiction. The dead do not rest peacefully in their graves. Be careful where you step. This place is dangerous.
Don't stand. I will help.
Ah, yes, here we are.
Do not disturb them, Artem. Stay close to me.
Right, that whole ramble we had, I was stone's throw. There it is.
They've been here for so long. Lots of them. But they are all lonely. Only fear and pain. They can't leave. And want somebody to stay with them.
So they can make them suffer for their own amusement. Oh, I died. Oh, well! Now, Phonto, was that part of a further explanation? Does that still apply? You said it was a thing about the last about the first Servant of Vosh campaign, the original one that you said repeatedly isn't canon, where your player characters would have the chance to be vulnerable to fall to the souls of the damned circling around the dead city wherever it was. Does that still apply? I'm not fucking telling you. I'm not fucking telling you, because if you knew, well, then you wouldn't need to play the game or, read the book or visual novel. Why would I? Why?
I will help.
Also, hardest difficulty. The souls of the damned are really fucking spicy today. They're happy to see me. It's been fucking years. The last time I was here was winter of 2014.
Lots of them, but they are all lonely. Only fear and pain. They can't leave, and want somebody to stay with them.
It's home, really. In a strange way. Right, so this was it. Right, this was it. This is the scene that I was thinking of. Right, it wasn't that before. They hadn't changed it. This is the same... This is that! That whole shit is the scene that inspired me to do certain things or go certain ways with my original campaign. Additionally, I will point out that while the whole, horrifying monster from, horrifying disease from D6 wasn't necessarily part of the whole IX thing, the biomass inside of D6 at the end of the original Metro game actually was. That I stole. I will admit to that. You see, the thing that I did is I took that, plus a bit of, stalkery you know, stalkery, metro mythicism and whatnot, and I jammed it into The Last of Us. So the biomass was created by effectively something similar to the cordyceps fungus. Whereas instead of making, you know, mushrooms with spores, that turned them into a biomass that looks kind of like the thing in D6. Also, we're on top of Lenin's tomb. I just realized that, huh? Shit. Accidentally walked the fuck up here. Also, my stalker senses are fucking tingling. That is... That's a battery. Or rather, not a battery. What is it? What is the electrical anomaly? I'm going to suffocate if I stay here. Have you stared at all the stars? Was one. And this, well, that's not a star. I'm also not a spark, something like that. Yes, and that. Does it hurt me, or is that enough? Can I get myself an artifact from that? I should probably keep moving, because it doesn't sound like I have any filters left at all, which is bad, very bad. I can't actually see either, so I don't know if, well. I'm going to hope that, Artyom, you fucking goof. Well, actually, I'm somewhat indoors, so I may be, no, it's all toxic. Nope, it's all toxic. Nope. There better be filters at the end of this. Well. Oh! Jesus! Fucking God. Okay, I found one. Lore and the ability to breathe. I am alive. And then also... Is that wacky fucking P90 thing? I have to remember all of the controls now, since it's been a while. What is that? Okay, no, that's just the that's the AS valve thing again. With a night scope, the night vision scope is it's more trouble than it's worth. So we have Big Blap. Ow! Well, fuck you too. That's not it. It's Q, right? E. F, M, N, C. No, that's not it at all. That was not it at all, but the air is poison, it doesn't matter if I burn it. What am I thinking of? I've completely forgotten all of the controls now. This is what happens when you don't play the game for a week. Right, controls, keyboard, inventory, where the hell is the it is Q, I'm just in full health. Okay, never mind. I thought I was hurt there, but no, I'm totally fine. Right, as we were. Also, probably, oh goodness gracious me. Was that whole shit just one direction and I can't actually go anywhere else? Great, I wasted that entire filter now. Better run. Or, no, okay, here we go. Yes, okay, thank God, okay. Except, similarly speaking, this is all gone to shit. Okay, so I've got a free one. I got one free one. Now we get me back on track. Probably, hopefully. This is such busy work. This definitely does not make the game more enjoyable. It is actually a net detriment to the entire, the experience here, because it's silly. I don't have time to look in and experience and enjoy the environment and, take in the horrifying nightmare world. you wouldn't have all the time in the world because it's, you know, obviously dangerous and lethal. However, you would have more time than the game is giving me. So this is forcing you to speedrun the game is what it is. And that means that playing it like this is not actually, it shouldn't be commendable. Like, sure, yeah, it's the hardest difficulty, but you're actually eroding the experience of the game by doing this.
There are bad people.
Oh, right.
Many.
Oh, this part! Oh, this is where we fucking skill shot Pavel. There better be a filter in there. There was. Good.
Oppa! One more! Put your weapon on the ground and hands behind your head.
No.
I will be damned. It's Artyom. Well, you're like...
Don't stand. I will help.
I'm going to not even listen to your spiel.
No more. Too tired.
Remember, I'm an extremely...
Attack! Eliminate him, Siga!
I am-
Carry out the order, блин!
I am an extremely peaceful person. Remember, I am an extremely peaceful person.
We'll help you see.
Ooh, ow, ow. Actually, that's kind of not helping. Actually, ooh. It's not helping because I can't see where the obstacles are. This area was actually a lot easier to fight in, and I think there were more dudes. That's actually not helping me. Okay, there's that guy. There's that guy.
Oppa! One more! Put your weapon on the ground and hands behind your head.
Don't stand. I will help.
Also, I'm shooting pre-warp.
No more. Too tired.
Attack! Eliminate him, Siga! Carry out the order,
We'll help you
блин!
see.
Follow me!
So tired.
I'm gonna get you! I am! Yes, I am!
Yep, I'm shooting money, but I don't care. Worth it. Need to shoot money. Also, Also, did I not just heal?
And you had a chance. You know you could have stayed at the red line. We
Oh,
would
right,
have
you're up
taken
there.
you in.
Oh, you're up there. Hi there. Sir, I just blew your fucking skull open like a watermelon. You are dead. Fuck you. Boss fight's over.
Feels good, huh?
Stop sounding like you're literally 3 feet behind
You use your
me.
fucking head sometimes, Artyom.
Sir, you are
Maybe
fucking
you
dead.
Corvus forgot all about you. Not on your lifetime, D'Artagnan. And neither did I.
God damn it.
You didn't like it our way. Didn't want to join us, huh? You'll just have to bite the fucking dust.
I saw him. Who's hello? Also, that guy up there? Yeah, he's just... Fuck him. Where the fuck are you, you cockroach?
Well, Artyom, this is getting tedious. Suga, soldiers, finish him!
What soldiers? They're all dead. Oh, for the love of fucking Christ. Wow. Much attack. So dangerous. Unfortunately, that's bad. Well, I guess I'm rushing in now.
You decided to show up?
You see, ladies and gentlemen, when afraid to suffocate, men fight much better.
Come on, Ranger, kill and maim like you always do it, huh? Or you're a chicken? You're chicken or what?
Sir, I have an anti-tank rifle.
You chicken me out? Huh? No, of course it's helpless mutants, I know.
Okay, yeah, that's not helping. He appears too fast and he damages us too quickly. Alright, fine, rifle it is.
You have one tough son of a bitch. Sua, you're coming to finish the job or what? Come on!
I've got to do it fast because I'm going to suffocate.
Come on, Artyom!
I don't have time for this shit. I literally do not have time. God damn it. You see how this is becoming stupid? Okay, good. Now we won't be wasting any more time here. It'd be fun to skill shot him, but it's not working. Pre-firing.
You have one tough son of a bitch. Sua, you're coming to finish the job or what? Come on, Artyom. Come on. Come up here, man. I can't chase you anymore, but I can still put a hole through your head if I see it. Don't you worry.
It isn't red. No anger. Just sadness? I don't understand.
I don't have time to.
A knife, huh? That's my boy. That's my boy. Давай, давай.
I physically do not have any more air to be doing this.
What the fuck is this? You're letting the beast loose on me, huh? Oh, you are.
Oh, good. I managed to save that. Then I do not need air anymore.
Test of Oktyabrskaya was successful. The virus kills fast and goes inert fast. If we can get enough of it, clearing out the whole metro is possible. But we must capture D6 first. Thus, Comrade Morozov, you have only one chance to pull this off. The Order has good fighters, but there are too few of them to cover all the entry points. Our scouts have located a poorly defended entrance through Kremlin. While Miller's at the peace conference in Polis, he will be unable to command his men. That's when we strike. Yes, a week longer, and then comes the dawn of a new age.
The next stage in human evolution. Wait, no, that was the last game. That was the last game. Never mind. The souls of the damned have claimed another.
Artyom, what's up with you? Hey, my friend! Artyom!
Decide. You go? You help? Decide. You can't stay for long.
Well, you see, in my fiction, once this had begun, there really isn't anything I can do for you. Remember, you can't really kill this. You just learn to stay the fuck out of its way. Give me your air filters. I need them.
You couldn't forgive? I see. You did a lot of evil. I'll remember this.
Get me some air filters, because I am going to die. It didn't matter anyway. His soul is now, within the grasp of the damned, and I'm going to fucking suffocate out here. It's fucking Christ almighty, it's fucking Christ almighty. What an amazing gameplay element. I am so glad that I took upon the challenge of playing this at the highest difficulty. This is just stupid. Oh my fucking god, are you serious?
No, of course, it's not like burning helpless mutants, I know.
Alright, you know what? That doesn't work. Okay, so now we've got a problem. We have to sit through all of this shit. Jesus fucking Christ almighty.
Huh? No, of course, it's not like burning helpless mutants, I know.
Ow.
Son of a bitch. Come on, Artyom. Come on. Come up here. I can't chase you anymore, but I can still put a hole through your head if I see it.
I physically do not have... I don't need to be walking slow and dramatic now. I will suffocate if I take too long.
Давай, давай. No remorse. No reproach. Давай. The fuck is this? You're letting the beast loose on me? Huh?
You know, if you were any use, you'd be giving me more filters now.
The test of Diabriskaya was successful.
We have to watch this.
Heals fast and goes inert fast. If we can get enough of it, clearing out the whole metro is possible. But we must...
Ladies and gentlemen, we may have a problem.
Thus, Comrade Morozov, you have only one chance to pull this off.
Yeah.
The Order has good fighters, but there are too few of them to cover all the entry points. Our scouts have located a border-dependent...
This is going to be questionable. I am now locked in a set piece.
Peace conference in Polis. He will be unable to command his men. That's when we strike. Yes, a week longer, and then comes the dawn.
Well, perhaps saving Pavel will give me supplies.
Artyom, what's up with you? Hey, my friend! Artyom!
Decide.
Perhaps the video game will do the first thing for the, the first incorrect fallacy of being a good person, actually rewarding you outright for being a good person. I'm a very peaceful person, but you see, when you do good in a video game, you're almost immediately rewarded for being a good person, right? Remember that? How that works? How being a good person. Hey, I need one of those. Where did I get that?
You live. So that's what forgiveness is. Thank you. I will remember this.
Yeah, try, maybe. I don't, I needed that. Where did I get that? I needed that. I actually needed that. I will die without that. Why did I give him that? Oh, because I'm a nice guy. Oh my god. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go! So, video game, what am I to do here? This feels like a pretty terrible choice of design decisions coming together in a maelstrom of literally the worst case scenario. Alright, one more time and then we're cheating.
No, of course, it's not like
You know why we're cheating? Because this doesn't really add anything to the video game anyway. Wait a minute, what, can I? No, I can't. Alright, you know what? I physically actually have to go out here rather than shoot at you. I actually have to go find more filters. I hope that was one. I actually physically have to come out here now. Oh. Whoops the fuck is you, and where did you go after all of this shit's over? Yeah, no. There aren't enough fucking gas mask filters in here to recover from this at this point. Also, my mouse is now broken. There we go.
You checking it out?
Okay, I'm going to I'm going to go out on a fucking limb and say this one guy, this guy, has filters. I'm gonna hope and fucking pray that there is a filter now in my backpack. And then the video game says I die horribly. Okay. Because the man appears literally like a flash of light.
Huh? No, of course, it's not like burning helpless mutants, I know.
Pavel, please shut up. I'm leaving you for dead now. I pulled a filter out of my ass that I could use to save myself. You are literally not worth it. Ow.
Come up here! I can't chase you anymore, but I can still put a hole.
He isn't red. No anger. Just sadness.
Oh,
I don't
no.
understand.
Oh boy. No, 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 uh-oh. I do not have a filter now. I'm not walking slowly to be dramatic. I am walking slowly because I have run out of air.
Давай, давай. No remorse. No reproach. Давай. The fuck is this? Huh? You're letting the beast loose on me? Huh? Oh, you are some...
The test at Oktyabrskaya was successful. The virus kills fast and goes inert fast. If we can get enough of it, clearing out the whole metro is possible. But we must capture these
Okay,
six
so
forces.
this is such a badly designed difficulty and setting that it's making playing the game impossible. So there you go. Do not play on Ranger Hardcore with survival. You are literally making the game worse for this. If you like that, I guess, that's for you? Sure. However, the vast majority of people will not actually like their gaming experience being made worse by the fact that the difficulty and the scarce items setting is actually making the game have fail states. Most people don't enjoy that.
Artyom, what's up with you? Hey, my friend! Artyom!
Decide.
Can't fucking hear you!
You help? Decide. You can't stay for long.
See, ladies and gentlemen, you see
Artyom, please! Artyom, don't leave!
you see Pavel.
We need to go. Now.
For once, the Vashkodestians and the servants are united. Isn't that nice? They finally come together in cooperation. World peace at
I
last.
see.
Isn't it so nice?
I'll remember this.
Okay, I had to go out here anyway. I've been going the wrong way the entire fucking time. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
We have to make it to
Okay.
Paris in time for the peace conference.
Okay, so we came out, I was going the wrong way the entire time. I had a feeling, because I tried to remember, okay, how the fuck do you get out of here? In the original, wasn't there? I distantly remembered there was a path outside the window.
Sinister plan.
And I'm like, it didn't look like there was one there, but I wasn't looking close enough. But I remember originally you saved or killed Pavel, and then you went out the window. It was, the window was more, the way, the fire escape out the window was more clear in the original. So, sorry about that one, but I had to literally race to the fucking loading screen. Well, Fonzo's locked into the bad end now. Ah! Where's the Einish in all this? Also dead.
Something strange.
Oh yes, the bear.
Wait.
Yes, the bear. Does the bear have fucking gas mask filters? Ah! Ah, thank God. I think they gave me a free one.
See.
No, they didn't. They did not give me a free one. It looked like I had a mask on. It didn't. Okay, now we have to speed run the bear. You know what? I'm not going to shoot the bear. That is my sworn promise to you. I will not shoot the bear. For I I actually objectively have more important shit to do than shoot the bear. I will not save Pavel, however, I will spare the bear. However, after I actually go look for some things, namely that, chief among them, some form of filter! Filter! We're gonna do this repeatedly, aren't we? Oh, Jesus H. fucking Christ. Uh-oh. Here we go. I cannot care. I physically cannot care. I am going to die. Come on, conveniently placed corpse number 5,382? 5,382! 5,382! Is that the winning Powerball ticket? 5,382. 5,382. No. And then I also fell into water and died. No, that was not the winning Powerball ticket. Okay, so now we know. Run. 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 Just run. This doesn't make the game better, it actually makes it harder to enjoy. Not because it's difficult, but because I physically can't stop and look at things! I can't actually enjoy what I am doing because I am forced to move so fast, or I will suffocate! Logical problem! Very, 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 very big conundrum. Titanic unsolvable issue. Oh wait, no, it is solvable. It's called play the game at a lower difficulty, thank God. See, there was 5,382. There it was. Nope, that's the wrong way. Ow! Fuck you! I'm letting it wear out. Actually, wait, why does it sound like I don't have the gas mask on? Wait, where's the... Oh, I didn't have the gas mask on at all. What? When did I take it off? What? No. Beat it! Don't care. Go away. Don't care. I don't care if I'm firing money. I don't care. Money means nothing to me if I don't survive. Oh my God, there's another one. If I could get up there. See, it's useless to me now because I'm going to not shoot the bear. Are they gone? I've already wasted more air. Ah, yes. What the? Great. Fantastic. I need to charge this. Damn, I forgot to charge my Nikons. Please stop with the random nosalysis. They're not interesting. They're not fun to fight. Gee, howdy. I hope I don't suffocate. Hello, bears. Hello, mutant Cthulhu bear. Mother Bosco. Oh. Good! Thank you. Lore. And I will not shoot the bear, as I have no reason to. I have absolutely no quarrel with the bear. Pavel was an asshole. The bear is fine. Why fuck with the bear? Why you gotta be a bitch?
She's protecting her children. Watch out!
Oh, fuck! I said I wasn't gonna shoot the bear! Ow. Didn't I pick up 2 gas mask filters? Why am I still suffocating? Ah! Ah! I have no quarrel with you! Be gone! Oh, for the love of Christ. God damn it. Okay, I guess we have to shoot the bear a little. Shoot the bear a little bit. A little bit. Just a little. As I will fucking die horribly if I take even a single shot here. Encouragement.
She's protecting her children. Watch out!
Uh-oh. Quickly, mash the invisible QuickTime event. Ah! I grabbed the filter, why am I suffocating? No. Random nosalysis in the areas that I can't see. Okay, I guess we're putting on the night vision goggles now. Because I can't fucking see anything. Good lord. Aren't these amazing boss fights that really add a lot to the game? Anyway.
She's protecting her children. Watch out!
Oh, good, a medkit.
Get through this tight spot with your sanity intact. In the name of Harmon.
Thank you for the $1, Deku. I will attempt to. I don't even want to shoot the bear, but they're just I'd like to move, please. Okay, are the Nosalis dead? They are dead. Okay. Nope, no, they're not. They're still there. Guys, what? The bear? Oh.
She protects her back. Vulnerable there.
Ah, I gets it. I'd like this boss battle to be over now, though. Oh. Ow! Okay, is it over now? Is it done? No, no it's not. Great. I hate these boss battles, I swear to God. It's just something, it's funny because mutants are a very big part of the experience for these games in terms of the setting, and I know that. It's just that I absolutely don't like fighting them. They're just annoying. I don't know what it is. I can fight mutants all day long in Stalker, and that's perfectly okay, even though some of them are complete bullshit, but, you know, that's just something you learn to accept here. Here, I can't. I don't know why. Also, so now that we know that the Salses aren't actually a
She's
threat.
protecting her children. Watch out!
Ow. Ah. Okay, so basically it's just a damage threshold.
She protects her back. Vulnerable there.
Yeah, okay. This is basically just fill her full of lead. There's no strategy or tactics to this. The fill her full of lead, she falls down, the Nasalises jump out. Or not. Get right about there. They jump out, they do this. Hopefully this is Mario Brothers logic. Ow. Well, not getting anything out of that. Oh, I did. Please be Mario Brothers logic. Oh. Can that be it? Can we be done? Please? No. The answer is no. Rap, tap, bang. Rap, tap, bang. Can that be it? Oh, I still have a filter, thank God. Oh, thank God it's over. Okay. Okay, great, fantastic, I'm happy. That's just great. Oh, God. Back. Back, you savages, back! Beat it! Oh. Well, now you have sealed your fate. Mother Bear, I physically don't have any ammo to help you. Well, I guess we're getting the bad ending. Mother Bear, I physically do not have any ammo after your shit fit to save you. I am very sorry. However, that's just how the fucking cookie crumbles. Oh, thank God.
Brought a friend. Wait, is this? Art, this kid shouldn't be out there without a gas mask. What the fuck?
I ran out of filters.
So it is. A child of the surface. A dark one. No! Don't shoot him, Miller.
Then get it away from me! No mask. I should have known.
This one's green, but that one's yellow. Tell him I'm not a danger.
It seems he is adapting well. Yes, that will keep him alive. May I talk to him, Artyom? Colonel Miller.
Go
put
ahead.
Your fear aside. This child is the future. You need only take its hand.
My hands are full enough. I doubt this creature can help us. But you two, you go on without me, for I give into better judgment and rid the Earth of it.
That's great. That's fantastic. We're getting. I would have saved the bear. However, the bear absorbed literally all of my ammo.
How is this? Oh,
I guess the. I guess that.
Understand his thoughts, and I can hear yours, Artyom.
I guess in the end,
Can you hear
we are all
thoughts
victims
just
of
by
circumstance.
With Artyom, it's different. We can talk from afar. He was adopted long ago.
Do you see, Artyom? The Dark Ones changed you so that they could understand us.
Yeah,
What's
sure,
behind
whatever.
that door?
Yes,
Did you
continue.
hear?
Continue trying to force the good ending down my
I
throat.
can hear. Open this.
Wait, that looks like one of the sealed doors in D6. Yes, at the exhibition. Has a strong lock too. We've yet to break it. What's there?
My people. They're inside. Sleeping.
Incredible. Look at this. They're hibernating. He is not alone.
Oh, so
I
you
must
mean?
wake them up. It's time for them to live.
Oh, so you mean
We are
literally
all going
nothing
there now.
actually mattered?
We'll open the door if we can.
There's death nearby, all around. But I must wake them, or be alone forever.
Now listen. Help us, and we'll help you.
How will it be the future if there's only
What needs to
one?
be
Well,
done?
there is
I
more
must
than
wake
one!
We'll have to
Wow!
improvise. Wake up, you bastards!
Okay, fine, whatever. Continue forcing down. This is on autopilot. This is a plot developing on autopilot no matter what I do. In fact, picking the bad options is just me kind of striking out, trying to slap the narrative upside the head to be a little
Can
bit
you
more
open the gate where the Guardians
better.
line ends at D6? Do you have the code?
I have all the codes for D6, but I can't promise a thing.
You'll have to. He will help us in Polis if you do.
Take him along then, and brief me on the way. If I'm convinced that he'll help us, I'll open your door. Follow me.
Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur? Yes, okay. Yeah, so this is me just slapping the game upside the head and trying to make
He is
it
not alone.
less automatically
He's not the last.
the best thing ever because
understand
Artyom,
his
nicest
excitement
guy.
and his wish to
Nicest guy.
immediately meet
Best
the
guy.
others.
Best
To
guy!
treat them and
All
wake them
year!
up.
Makes
But
everything right
he
the
has
end.
agreed to wait a bit longer. First, he's going to try and help us. If we make it to the conference, the Dark One will be able to open up the thoughts of Moskvin, or Korbut himself. Perhaps make them stop this madness. This is our last chance.
6 is not a sustainable population. Well, there's clearly more. We just had to, reduce the numbers, for, the performance issues. Yes, performance issues, yes. Clearly there are hundreds and, they're all going to be fine in the end. Everything's going to be just great.
We already knew of
None of my actions had any actual
and we
ramifications.
did confront Moskvin on this. Yet he didn't even try to disprove it. He told that by sheer luck, their chemical defense squad was exercising nearby. And thus, despite some sacrifice, they were able to nip this startling epidemic in its bud. Otherwise, it would have engulfed the whole of it. What can you say to that? Even I would have done the same.
They're lying!
It was Lesnitsky, the agent who stole a virus container from D6 right before the outbreak.
They are lying!
There's not a single living witness besides Artyom. Who'd believe the order? We have the D6 now. What if it was us who released the virus?
Wave.
But the Reds tried to break through into Hansa's territory. We could make Moskvin.
What can we do? We are not an army. We've less than 100 fighters. Yes, Moskvin did gear up for war. But after Boris suggested that we share the wealth inside D6, he might actually agree to peace. And we must do everything to have that agreement signed.
Moskvin? What difference does he make? He's just a puppet in Corbett's hands. And while he's talking, Corbett's forces are encircling you. You'll seal this peace agreement with your blood.
What? You've got a better idea? You brought this ape here. What now? We're done with this. Let's go to the council hall. Follow me.
I'm sure this will all just work out in the end, guys. I've got a feeling. You know, I've got a feeling it's because it's because the narrative is going to force the ending on us, whatever.
Permission to report, Colonel.
Denied. Urgent dispatch to D6 Security Force Commander. Go to highest alert. Instruct Korneyev to proceed with... Well, he knows what to do.
Rigging the place to blow. Rigging the place to destroy everything inside the end.
God, please let this work out.
An annoying feeling where you can't... I have to crouch walk to keep pace with these guys, all constantly moving forward, because my moving pace is too fast, and I'll bump into them or walk past them. So I actually have to crouch walk to actually keep pace with all of them. That's a really odd first-person shooter problem. I guess they're expecting you to stop and look around a bit, and therefore they've got a bit of distance on you. As a Hansa rep, trust us, we'll fix this all. Yes, guaranteed.
Get ready, Arthur. Stay close to the little one.
Hurrah, comrades! Let there be peace in the name of our children!
You are a liar! Carl, are you out of your mind? I know what I'm doing. Just believe in me. Just this one time.
Who are you? Guards! Take this man away.
Ranger, stand down! Artyom, little one, it's your turn.
The child! And thus everyone in the room is hallucinating. The end. Wow, look at all this fucking communism in here. Wow, this is just... Wow. Man, look at all this communism! This is just... fucking wall to wall. It's even on the fucking ceiling, man! Wow! This... See, this is real communism. This has never been tried. This time it will work. Surely! You see, it's repeating over and over again because we keep trying communism over and over again and it's not fucking working. Political commentary! Eh?
Comrade Moscovin, you must support me on this. Or else, some inconvenient details might surface concerning your brother's death.
Oh wait, this isn't communism.
I overheard one conversation between your brother and his advisor about the threat you pose and ways to eliminate it.
What the hell? Threat? We're brothers.
He thinks you feel bypassed, cheated. He fears you will overthrow him.
He's totally mad. Totally. I'm going to give him an earful.
Words alone will not avert his assassination plans. No, you must strike first.
You're all retarded. You are all absolutely retarded.
Maxim, brother, I'm so pleased that we finally made up. It was a fight over nothing. Let's have a drink.
Sure, brother.
Cough!
What?
Silent treatment. What are you looking at me with those honest eyes for?
Let's go to the next room.
It was your fault. Who wanted me dead?
We get it!
Corbett sold you out. And now, he's got me by the balls. All because of you.
Actually, because of you. Because you fell for the oldest trick in the book. It's the... Someone is planning to betray you. Well, I'll go talk to them right now. No! No, don't actually talk to them and dispel my memes. No. But you have to keep listening to me.
I'm so sorry, brother. There's no forgiveness for me. But even so...
Ow, that was my nose. Ah.
What was I... Out loud? Ah, I see. So you gave me something. Just like I gave something to brother. Yes. Yes! I did. I poisoned him. But Corbett... I'm a fool. I thought he wanted to save me. And he just took the power. Took me by the throat. And he's storming the D6 now. And there's that virus. And if that falls into Corbett's hands, the end.
But you are the leader. Order him.
Achievements!
You sold them at least. Buy some time to make
That
a
means
deal.
it's real. That means it's totally real.
There's nothing more we can do here. Hurry! Faster! To the platform! Damn them, I'm not surrendering D6. Follow me!
Away! Alright, moving on. Yes. And this, I donned the Atlan for the last time. Oh, hi, random love interest that really wasn't a love interest. It feels like the game accidentally remembered that she's a thing. It's funny. Yeah, right, yeah. The game has to the game just suddenly remembered, oh right, her! Oh.
It will be bad for everyone if you lose? Then I have to save them. My family. You're good, Artyom.
I'm glad you said that even after I did literally every bad choice.
He is gone. He did what he could. And now he is gone to meet his kin. I can't judge him for that. The remainders of humanity are finishing each other off in their final fight. It is not his war. I hope he was able to forgive us. Me. For what we did to his brothers and sisters. His mother and father.
Well, this would be more impactful if we were amending so obviously the scope of this has to be limited, but boy howdy, wouldn't it be something grand if we if we had to actually do this to the the people that we nuked back in that big war back there. But I suppose this is all symbolism for that one, right? I suppose that's the idea here, that Artyom cannot talk with the Europeans or the Americans that got nuked into oblivion, or the Australians that basically sat there, watched it all happen, and then died of radiation poisoning. See on the beach. I suppose this is what this is. This is what this, I suppose this is what this entire thing is based upon. But unfortunately, it's one of those situations where you just can't, like, the game has to force you to go along with this, and you just can't say no, but it very clearly showcases that you can't say no, and not that it's the best idea ever. I mean, you have to give your main character some kind of development or feeling, but then you run the risk of just being dissonant with the player's actions, or just putting words in their mouth. It's a difficult dance to walk, and sometimes you either walk it or you don't. In this case, the game doesn't walk it at all, even though it tries to, because you still have, like, karmic choice. So it does kind of entertain that idea, but you can't, like, say, oh, fuck this, I'm going home. No, you have to go through all of this, and you can't end the game by just completely ignoring the Dark One child and defending D6 to either defending D6 valiantly in vain, or actually super awesome beating the last fight with everything that the game can throw at you. Can't do that, which probably would have been better. But once again, these games are they're not the best. They're trying. They're really trying. But they don't wind up being the best games that they could be. And then when they make decisions It's kind of like one step forward and two steps back. See, the reason why I don't really want to play Exodus, and I've said it multiple times, is, oh wow, Exodus is an open world game. Oh wow, that's interesting. An open world game in the Metro, in the Metro universe, in the Metro setting. Wow, that's exactly what I want. It leaves the Metro first thing. Okay, so you got the point of we want an open world game, and then you went, oh well, we're just gonna leave the Metro entirely. That's what I mean. There's always something off about these. They're still very good works of fiction. I don't think the games are the best though, but then again, I'm playing it on literally the most uncomfortable, the most uncomfortable difficulty settings that I possibly could, to the point where, well, just for the point of saying, hey, I didn't bitch out. I did it. We're here. I know what happens now, and it, well, really doesn't matter how we get through this. But as a world and a story, it's better as a book, unfortunately. And if you wanted this situation, well, there's Stalker. That's about it. Open world on rails? Yes, with a train. Physically with a train. It's funny. But yes, the Bogatir returns. The knight-errant returns to his kingdom for one last battle. Doomed as he may be, he will still fight.
Wasn't bullshitting this time. The red line's advancing on 3 sides. My brothers in arms, I am not a man for speeches, but here it is. You are the most dedicated, most courageous soldiers in the Metro.
And the only fuckers here.
Is worth 5 reds. If you simply do the job you were trained to do, we'll win this battle.
Oh, I am worth 5 of the communists, so I am the servant then. Hey guys, maybe we should call up them Nazis? Maybe they want to come in, right? I mean, they like killing Russians, right? All right, let's get some fucking ammo. That might be useful for batting people in the face. This, well, aside from ammo, I think we're okay. Do we have ammo? I'm gonna hope. But yes, time to be the servants. The few, the competent, the proud, even though I hate all of you, merely because for the fact of, merely by the fact of having to compete so often, we come to hate each other in a competitor's sportive manner, sporting sort of way. However, by competing, we have made ourselves better, and that is how we are, we are able to 5v1 with absolutely no problem. That is a servant. Ah!
Check your gear. Shoes tied, zippers up.
Get ready, people.
The Krajina Express? Yes, the Krajina Express. And that's how the whole front line was vaporized. Wow. The Dishka endures, though. Yep. we have the solid line of defense, question mark, or it's a solid line of defense, ellipses, and then all of a sudden all that goes to shit. And those guys are running directly at us like a bunch of morons in a Metal Gear, in a Medal of Honor a turret set piece. Oh, hang on. That's horribly inaccurate, but I'm making a point. I didn't need to kill any of them anyway. Good first wave, everyone. To quote Atlantis. All right, who's still alive? I mean, that should have worked. It's an anti-material rifle, isn't it? I guess I'm just gonna shoot it a lot. Yep, I guess I'm just gonna shoot it a whole bunch. Ooh, ow. Realistically speaking, that shit's made of scrap metal, so whoever the fucking side of it is probably dead by now. I made that shit fucking... That's a spam can down there. Yeah, what the fuck? I can see their heads moving. They're fucking tomato paste in there. Joke's on you, I've got an infinite Panzer Shrek box. Panzer Faust box. Am I supposed to be going somewhere in all of this? I seem to have misunderstood the set piece. Also, we seem to have... wait a minute. The red flag. Hold on. Nope, we're still here. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Ow, Depiston. It was Depiston. It's red. It's speaking to me in my video gamer language. Red means shoot here. Right, okay, didn't see it. But once again, alright, who's not dead? Sound off. So obviously you're supposed to shoot it. Or not. Seriously, what am I missing? The minigun? I see the minigun. I can't crouch jump. I'd love to grab that. What am I missing? Okay, for the sake of entertaining it. Same gun, though, so it doesn't matter. But... I'd love to not be shot. Yeah, there we go. It was the piston. And now it is the wheel. Okay. I was firing at it before, and I didn't actually damage it. So I... Oddly designed set piece. Oddly designed set piece. I feel like I should have... You have to shoot the piston, and then you can shoot the wheels off, but I feel like with the amount of fire that I was putting down range, that probably would have had... Yeah. How did that not get through the armor and poke a hole in that just by shooting it a bunch? That's a... It's a set piece in stages that really shouldn't be one. That... Okay. Okay. That's oddly designed. Can I have the minigun? I can have the minigun.
Wounded are out of the fire zone and headed to the evac point. Well done. Regroup and get ready. We're going to know everything any moment now.
Okay. Well, this is the end, my friends. Yeah, you gotta move your ass. You don't want to be in front of us. All y'all yaks and get the fuck out of here. Excuse me. I like to not stand up above literally everything while I heal. Someone give me a morphine fucking drip. Hook me up to an IV so I can continuously man the minigun. I don't care what it says on the label for recommended dosages. If we don't survive today, shit don't matter. That guy is fixing to get shot. That ally that hopped in front of the, the man with the fucking Gatling gun. That guy's fixing to get murdered. Guys! Excuse me. Well, that's a problem. Alright, I'm guessing I'm gonna have to shoot a bitch. How thick could their tin can be? Actually... You should be exploding now. You should be exploding now. He should have been exploding now. I put an anti-material rifle basically right through his face. Directly into the oxygen tanks. Does anyone have a fucking grenade? I do. I've got plenty, actually. Hold on. Apparently I hit their ammunition storage, sir. It's going off like popcorn. That's, again, not well designed at all. I think they intended you to forget that you have consumables at this point. I would love to shoot the man. There we go. I shot him repeatedly, several times.
Well, looks like we did it. Great job, everyone.
Sir, this is a fucking comedy act of scripting.
I hoped it wouldn't come to this, but it did, so...
Not
The
anymore.
facility is great for demolition. I gave the
Nope.
order back in
Wait.
August. Now that we have lost D6, our only option is to destroy it.
Wait.
Count us in, sir. What the hell? Nobody lives forever.
What the hell is this?
I'm cranking.
Shit! Not again!
Oh. Hey, I found crank for electric motor. Oh, wait, train. Oh, no. Okay, so they had another train. Yay, we won! We air quotes. We won! Air quotes.
Save your voice, Kirillov. Here, there are only dead Spartans. I feel a bit like Xerxes. What an unforgivable waste of men and resources. So many good soldiers lost. And for what? Molestation? The council?
Democracy!
All are cleansed by the fires of revolution. What a pleasant surprise, Colonel Miller. Or what remains of you.
Artyom, it is time.
And who might this be? The resourceful young man. Tell me, Artyom, savior of the Metro. Where are you going?
Straight to hell, and you're all coming with me! We're taking the express train.
There's nothing to be afraid of now.
Everyone died, game over. But he was heroic somehow. Yet again, the follies of man consumed any benefit that the technology of man had to offer. Yet again, we did this shit, but is heroic because I blew it all up. Today we stopped the same shit from happening, even though we have the same fucking...
defeated our enemies.
That's how this we have this thread every week, comrade.
Was my papa brave?
The bravest of us all. Because he was never afraid to embrace the things he didn't understand.
And where did the dark ones go, Mama?
Away to a safe place.
Yeah, sure. Also,
But
knock that up.
They promised to come back.
It was good life. As a proud knight-errant, what did I do? I sallied forth, went on adventures, killed people, knocked some wench up, and died heroically. Well bargained and done. And that's Metro Last Light. That's funny enough, that's the one time I actually played Metro Last Light through to completion, the original. That's the same ending I got, purely because I didn't fucking care. Right, so, yeah, like I said, this game has significant problems. Do not play this on the hardest difficulty. You don't really earn anything. I mean, for the sake of saying you did it, but then as you're going through it, you realize how absolutely worse this makes the game. And you can see by the end, the ending sequences as they're constructed, the scripting is just like, they're trying to get this over as fast as they possibly can. They're trying to fix like, oh, here's a set piece. Artyom, you have to do this. Well, wait, why did I need to do it in that order? Couldn't I have just solved this by shooting at Artyom? There's no time! So, it is an okay game, purely because it's saved mostly by its setting. However, I don't feel like it makes very good use of its setting, especially when you're playing it on the hardest difficulty. So if you go through it, you know, on a normal setting, like a normal person, you'll probably have much more fun with it, and you'll probably say, oh, well, it's kind of half and half. The game has its issues, however, it's made with intent, and that's clearly evident, even though that intent means that they have to force the plotline down your throat, and really, at the end of the day, you are shackled to being the good guy, end of story. But Phonto, the setting is war is bad. That means it's good. Yeah, war is fantastic. War's rad. Nukes are bad, but war is rad. I'll tell you that one. I always make apocalypse. I always make apocalypse stories. Ending the world is my favorite pastime! Right, but it stands to mention, it stands to state that the setting itself is just that good. At least, in my mind. I mean, I lean towards Stalker a little bit more, but this at least has its, it has a bit of ingenuity in with the whole post-apocalyptia thing. So, I think the game itself is made competently, and it's acceptable at the end of the day. Again, I don't like fighting mutants, and it can be rather annoying with slob jank, but sometimes slob jank is just a constant. Sometimes it actually adds to the experience, and sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't, but it is a constant, and that's just unfortunate. But what you can say clearly about the game is it's just, at the end of the day, it's acceptable. That's really the only thing you can say as. The shooting, the mechanics themselves, it's not that great, it's not amazing, it functions, but it's not the most amazing, like, first-person shooter mechanics. The survival mechanics for resource gathering are but it's really just scripted sequences where you have resources and you have basically it gives you a time limit to get through levels, which is lore accurate, but again, if you wanted that, you should be playing Stalker. So it tries to do what Stalker Stalker is way better at, and it's not in the right place here, or it's not, again, you'd have to go back and redesign the entire fucking game to fit it in better. So it's rough around the edges, and it wants to project something. It wants to give you something, or give you an experience to enjoy. However, it's just not that great for that, in a way, with the way it's designed. But it's still trying really hard to do that, and that's commendable, and at the end of the day, they achieve acceptability. I suppose at the end of the day, again, the thing about the Metro games is the setting is just that good that it carries the game over to being enjoyable. It's just a nice place to play pretend, and even if you didn't like the game that much, Metro handing its world to you is kind of like handing you a Rubik's Cube that you can play with in your mind, even after the whole thing's over. And largely, I took that and ran with it, straight into Necronica and Kids and Fun. So, you saw how I used it. Well, not saw, but I explained how I saw certain elements, like I mentioned the biomass, which I don't remember actually mentioning way back when I actually played Metro 2033, because I know we did. But I don't think I mentioned the fact that the biomass in that was I was hunting for ideas and I hitched upon the biomass. So that was one of the ideas that I took. And also here, the hands. The concept of the vengeful spirits of the damned inhabiting the environment and them being pissed. So, you saw for a moment, a little bit, what looking at this stuff through my eyes, the eyes of someone attempting to create something based off this stuff, you saw what it looked like, or I told you kind of what it was like. It was like me saying, I'm colorblind, so the world is all yellow. So, close as I can get until I actually get you that book, but stands to mention, since I took inspiration from, Metro and Stalker, they must be good, right? And they are, even though they're the slobbiest jank of all the slob janks. But, see, here's the thing. Metro has design problems with it being so scripted, so you have, the jank gets uncomfortable because you're forced to deal with it. Stalker is an open world game by nature, and you have a little bit of freeform. You're not forced to rub directly up against the slob jank at all moments. So it gets to have moments where it's just kind of entertaining, and it doesn't really detract from the experience. Though, release Clear Sky and enemy spamming grenades was quite a thing, I hear. But so this has a bit of a problem with that, but the slob jank itself, it can be entertaining and actually add to the experience. It just depends on how it's given to you, is my point, I suppose. So they're there, and this is also why I say when Stalker 2 comes out next year, this is why I say the game literally only has to be able to be played. It literally has to do anything other than crash to desktop. And it will be good. Acceptable, at least, but good. It'll be... I don't care what's in it. It just has to be that, and it's great. I don't care how much slob jank is in that fucking game. It's Stalker. Most of the jank is kind of fun to see. It's like meeting an old friend with, you know, some issues, but they're quirky issues. They're interesting mental health deficiencies, right? They made set pieces more open in order to compensate for janky movement and lunges, enemy movement. Yeah, that's something like that. Because it's a more open, sandboxy experience, there's a bit more room so you don't have to stand there and have the jank poking you in the side constantly. This, you have no choice. This, you have to basically run right up against it, and if it's awkward and, you know, detrimental to the player, you have to deal with that. It's just by nature of the game being that scripted. So unfortunately, this is norm for scripted games like this, scripted linear games like this. However, you have seen them done better before. And then you have seen them do things like even guess the player's intent in a situation where no obvious scripting exists. So they'll give you like a jump scare if you happen to go for, like, say, an item in the corner because they know, ooh, the player has the ooh item thing, and you walk over to a corner and you walk into a jump scare or trigger some kind of event naturally. And then it stops becoming scripting. It starts becoming you predicted the player's actions, and then the player looks at that and goes, was that scripted or did that actually just happen? I mean, in case of a jump scare, obviously it's scripted, but if they make something else happen purely when you just do something by complete instinct on your own, the only way you get this is through playtesting like a motherfucker, though. But so when something happens like that in a linear game, when something happens when you either expect it to or want it to, just because you did something that you yourself, you had the inclinations to do, not because anybody fucking told you to do it. That's where linear games can kind of leave the whole, it's a corridor behind, and that's where things start to get better. Unfortunately, this game kind of doesn't really have that at all. But like I said, it's acceptable, and I've taken inspiration from Metro and, by extension, Stalker. So you know how I feel about this. You know I think this is interesting, and I think this is, you know, a good game to think of, you know, a good thinking piece and something that I like. So that means that it must be worth playing, in my opinion, even if I have negative opinions about it. That's entirely correct. So it's, at the end of the day, acceptable. I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of questionable to go out and buy this yourself now, I suppose, but, it's still something to look back on if you haven't seen them. Like, I would, like, this game, Metro 2033 and Last Light is kind of a hard recommendation. I wouldn't give them first to people. I would say, if you wanted something like this, you hand them, like, Stalker Call of Pripyat. Or, if you wanted Shadow of Chernobyl, I suppose, since, well, I honestly, I like Call of Pripyat more, because even if you need to play the other games to understand it, it's the most refined, easy-to-understand sandbox experience, and the story isn't that heavy anyway. So, if I recommended that to a person and they said, hey, I liked that, you got any more? Then I'd give them Metro. That's that, because then they're kind of accustomed to the Slav jank. I know they actually like this sort of thing, that they actually, they like what the world is doing and what's going on. And then you could recommend the slightly more difficult to recommend Metro and Metro Last Light, and Exodus probably, but I haven't played Exodus because I didn't have the inclination to. So it's probably okay for what it is, but that's how I would do things. These games are hard to recommend, but at the end of the day, they're acceptable. I'd really only recommend them to people who I know already like this shit, though. So, Stalker first, and then this. But the zone giveth and taketh away. Well, mostly she taketh away. And then she giveth right the fuck back when you waltz over, you know, if you waltz into a patrol of mercs and they get fucking zapped by a world gig and one of them has an artifact on them. That's just how the fucking cookie crumbles. That's just how the world spins. But, ladies and gentlemen, well, that's Metro Last Light completed. Will I do the DLCs? Probably not. I feel like I want to be a little bit more freeform with my streaming, so we'll see how things pan out here. But I've got the Citadel to play, so Kadusha gifted me that, so I want to actually get to that and actually play that. And then we've got a couple of other things we did. we could do. I don't know. I think Signalis has begun something, and I may be kind of cruising in horror games for a bit. Maybe not the indie of indie horror games, but maybe some good ones. So maybe there's some out there, because I don't know. It's not that I enjoy being spooked, but I enjoy this. Oppressive is the wrong word, but you understand what the kind of atmosphere that Stalker and Metro give you. The harsh and terrifying environment and the rather mournful sort of melancholy of these sorts of places. The death, obviously, and then there also is the lingering threats around every corner. Be they living, spiritual, or weird-ass bending of reality and the laws of physics, which, once again, hey! That's basically the things that I wrote for Servant and Vosh, and continue to write for my Necrotica campaigns as well, and generally my own writing. RE2 maybe. There is that. I did finish the RE1 remake, so that's there, and I've also got the RE0 remake, and, well, we could play Resident Evil 4, but that's getting a remake next year, which might or may not be questionable. There's also Dead Space. I actually really like Dead Space 2, and I got the thinking about it, because... Okay, so, unrelated to literally everything. Okay, so picture this. Okay, so, take Signalis in one hand, right? And then you take Dead Space 3. And you slam them together. What do you get? Well, well, imagine if the marker gave you a deal, right? This is just something I came up with today. And it's probably not really spoilers because I'm going to have to explain this to my players even if I ever run this. But, okay, so imagine if the marker made you a deal, a pact. And you were basically an android like Elster, like a photocopy of someone with their memories mostly erased, and, you know, you are and are the same person. Very unethical. But, you know, needs to be done because of your the regime you're under really needs resources and manpower, and they kind of cut corners to get it. So imagine if the marker said, "Hey, kid, you know that thing, you know everything you know? It's all wrong. You're actually this person. Would you like to remember all of this?" Boy, sure would I, mysterious cosmic horror. The pact is sealed. Right, so that's the idea I came up with today. So I actually like Dead Space as well, because it's interesting. You know, it's not the best horror game in the world, and also the moons. That's the worst attempt at cosmic horror I've ever seen. The killer moons. So that's fucking silly, but it gets a point across. But I like that, and see, again, I take inspirations from the things that I see, and this is how all writers and everybody who, you know, works in entertainment does. This is how video game designers, and not just the writers, but the designers, you know, come up with ideas. They view other forms of entertainment. They view video games, obviously, to get ideas, but they view other forms of entertainment and kind of just amalgamate ideas together, and then they go, "Oh, well, this would be funny," and the lightning bolt kind of goes off, and little lightning, whatchamacallit, a little bit of electricity hits the giant fucking writhing mass of ideas, and suddenly you start to think, "Huh, well, wait a minute, what if I just kind of move this around and do that? We do this, but it's actually this, and like it's you know, it's this and this and." Yeah, and it's I Love Lucy, but it's taking place in the No More Heroes universe. That's another random fucking idea I had. It's actually fucking sitcoms in the No More Heroes universe, and you fucking pseudoverse. Imagine that. But you see, you just kind of come up with funny ideas, and eventually you come up with something workable, or you come up with something that starts to seem workable, and then you just sort of sit there and plug ideas into it to add, you know, further depth to it. But this is what this game and this game and Metro 2033 were part of that for me. So they're useful for this, at least. The game could be better, though, but they're at least useful for this, and this is how I kind of remember these, not that I actually want to play them. They're alright. I'd rather play fucking Stalker Anomaly until Stalker 2 comes out, and hopefully Stalker 2 is gonna come out, you know, in a state that I can fucking play, and then it's just gonna be fine. I have absolutely zero doubts that Stalker 2 is going to be bad in any way. And if it's bad, it's probably gonna be bad in good ways. Like, you know, walking out in the middle of a field and then spotting a passing group of loners that are crouch walking with their asses towards you across a field, like they're fucking crab walking with their asses out. That's just stalker. That's just dumb shit that happens every day. That doesn't detract from the experience. That's just seeing the old friend again. But, hey Phonto, when we gonna be able to see your rule books? Rule books? Well, there are projects and sort of additions and modifications upon Necronica that I have been working on, but unfortunately they've stalled because the people I'm working with have had problems, and I have had problems too. So, will I make my own Necronica splat book or modification? Maybe someday if I ever get that done. I'll probably get you literally books first, though. So, I would like to actually, give back to the Necronica community, or the role-playing community at large. Not that anyone wants to not that anyone outside the people already interested and invested want to pick up the Big Book of Guro. You're probably gonna get a literal book out of me first, or a visual novel, or some kind of video game before you get that, unfortunately, at this point. Oof. Yeah, unfortunately. See, the thing about me doing, like, pen and paper role-playing games and, and making actual games out of them is that, they're never just, there's my time to actually sit down and work on them, and then there's finding anybody else to playtest this shit for me. And then we're sitting there for, weeks at a time actually doing this, and then unfortunately scheduling hell sets in. Back in ye oldie days, back at the fucking, in the beginning, back in paradise, as it were, when I actually started putting the Servant Vosh campaign together, I had at least one person who, admittedly, had no fucking life and lived in a sea of this shit. So she was always around to talk about things and, work on ideas with. Unfortunately, none of those ideas really went anywhere. Except Servant and Vosh, but that's just because I kept it moving around and I found other people to spitball ideas with it. Not that we really developed it into anything substantial until, like, right now when I'm actually writing this book. Hopefully this book really actually starts something, I hope. Am I gonna set the world on fire and sell 1 million copies? Probably not. Is it gonna be at least, finally, a fucking piece of literature that is entirely, that gives you all of the information, or at least all the information I want to give you right at this point, about the thing that I have created? Will you finally be able to reference a tome that's, for my writing and, draw your own ideas and tell people about said ideas? And tell people about the ideas within the said tome that I have sold you for like $1. Yes, there is that. We'll see where it goes from there. Well, you've got me. I'll be your first customer. Well, I gotta have to finish that product first, but I'm slowly reading things. Just this morning I read Resident in Carcosa, and I realized, well, shit, maybe I've been writing about Carcosa the entire time, if you understand that short story. It's about a man who awakes to find that he has been dead for a questionable amount of time. And the city that he knew, Carcosa, in all of its grandeur, is gone. And there's some strange insinuations that there was an apocalypse of some kind. I start to see where the guy who wrote The King in Yellow started to pull this from. But then again, there you go. The King in Yellow read, the author of The King in Yellow read a short story, and he said, Carcosa, that rolls off the tongue, most likely. And that rolls off the tongue in a nice sort of way, most likely, or something like that. So, like, this gives me ideas. And then you have The King in Yellow. That is a really, really bizarre and interesting thrill ride, and so thought Lovecraft, and then you have everything that Lovecraft made. So this is how it is. And back then it was writers mostly, but now we have video games and movies and other things to actually give us more avenues for inspiration to hit us, right? But that's it. It's not, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. It's the, hey, that's a good idea, but what if I did this with it? So, you write it, I'll buy it. Well, at least I've got one person, so there's that. I've got one sale. One, probably, literally $1, most likely, plus tax. I'll price it so that I get literally $1. That's probably what I'm going to do. It's probably going to cost you, like, $1.50 due to taxes and inflation, wherever the hell I get it. But it'll probably cost $1. Not because I don't think that much of my work, but because it's a long time coming. And we'll see where it goes, and also, nobody reads fucking books in this generation. They're all out there playing they're playing their visual novels and watching their VTubers, and I'm just an old man trying to win a game no one's playing. Or the vast majority of people are not playing. We'll see about that one. But, so, a bit of ramble about my creative process. But that is Metro Last Light, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of that. Again, it's acceptable. It's a nice world, it's a nice setting, but you could probably have read the book for that. But it's nice to see it in a video game form, so you can see it in front of you, you can experience it, you can see all of the elements that the author describes in words made a visible image around you. You can see everything and feel, because your imagination may not be able to create these images on their own, or create the images that the author intends, or at least anyone else sees. The mind is like a soup, and even if you use the same ingredients, no two minds will taste the same, huh? It's a bit of an odd zombie quote here by the man who plays Necronica, but you get what I mean. No two people look at a painting the same way. Even if they talk to each other, it's still going to be different. But it's nice to see that world rendered visibly, and this is also, in the end, what I wanted to do. Do I want to sit here streaming video games all day for the rest of my life? I mean, if the money's good, I'd do it as a side gig, but it's not the only thing that I really wanted to do. But did I want to just write books? No. But the books are the beginning of it. The written word on a page is very cheap to work with. It's a very malleable sort of creative device to describe and evoke imagery. In the human imagination is the oldest video game console known to man. It's a very, very, very difficult art to master, though, but it is the beginning of all other forms of entertainment. Once I have the writing, then we can talk about the visual novels to add a little bit of visual flair to it, and then maybe the video games or movies, the anime as well. It all starts with writing. In order to make a play, you've got to have the script there, and a movie needs a screenplay because it is a screenplay after all. You need something for people to work on, because as much as I'd like to make a video game all by myself, I kind of can't make an anime all by myself either. I probably could. Some other people could probably, have, but those projects are very limited, and, well, they don't have a lot of detail, mainly because the person, G. Willikers, is sitting there trying to animate literally everything instead of actually having the, the ability to waltz around and gather all these ideas up. So, $2. You now have $2 whole. Showman's workshops. Perhaps one day, but that's enough rambling by me, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for me. Good night. I hope you enjoyed the show. I will see you next time. Next time we're going to be playing most likely Citadel, playing a hyper-violent, Doom-esque boomer shooter, as they are called now, even though, well, I lived through the beginning of that age. I don't really think that they're that fucking old, even though they are, but the girl doesn't wear fucking pants. There you go. It's hyper-violent, and the anime girls don't wear pants. Sound interesting? Good, I'll have something to run on for the ads. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time. I've been your host, Phontomen. I hope you have enjoyed the show. Enjoy the rest of your evening.